Donald Trump responded to the news that the January 6th Select Committee is criminally referring him to the DOJ, as well as his lawyer, John Eastman, and they did multiple things, but the headline being that Trump has been criminally referred, and he was very unhappy, very, very unhappy on Truth Social, and I'll show you guys those messages he sent out. As we talked about yesterday with a different kind of thing, one of his recent explosions on social media was when he starts getting like this, frantically putting out messages, screaming at everyone for events like this that are trying to hold him accountable. I think it's a sign that he's actually panicked and worried that he is indeed going to be held accountable. So here's the first message. Mediaite is highlighting this for us. The fake charges made by the highly partisan Unselect Committee of January 6th have already been submitted, prosecuted, and tried in the form of impeachment hoax number 2. I won convincingly. Double jeopardy, anyone? Double jeopardy, anyone? But he exclamation mark, not a question mark. So, I guess that he's trying to say this is the same as when somebody goes to trial for a set of charges and then is proven to be innocent or decided to be innocent by the jury or whatever it might be. And then after that gets recharged and retried for the same crime. That can't happen, but doesn't connect at all to what he's saying there, which is just, okay, they impeached you for something, which is a completely separate process, separate entity than the DOJ investigating you and possibly charging you for these crimes. So I don't know what he's talking about there. Next message. The people understand that the Democratic Bureau of Investigation, the DBI, he's very clever, are out to keep me from running for president because they know I'll win, and that this whole business of prosecuting me is just like impeachment was, a partisan attempt to sideline me and the Republican Party. And that's the line that we hear so often, and we'll look at the last message in a second here. But so often people in his camp or him himself say, this is trying to influence the election and it's going to have an impact on the election. This is all political. But you wouldn't have to be getting investigated and having that play a role in people's perception of you while you run for president if you hadn't acted in all the ways when you were president that you did. If you hadn't tried to stay in power when you lost, you could be running and wouldn't have any of these issues. But you did certain things and now you're being held accountable for them. That's not some horrible political thing. That's just you experiencing what should be the way that all wealthy and powerful people get treated by our justice system. It's not, but at least this time it seems to be the case that it's working a little bit, but we'll see if it actually goes all the way to the end. Last message. Statement on January 6th committee referral. These folks don't get it, that when they come after me, people who love freedom rally around me. It strengthens me. What doesn't kill me makes me stronger. What doesn't kill me makes... Americans know that I pushed for... Sorry, had to. That song's so good. That I pushed for 20,000 troops to prevent violence on January 6th. He did not do that. And that I went on television and told everyone to go home. So the 20,000 troops thing is a claim he keeps making without evidence. And then he waited hours while the Capitol was being attacked before he asked people to go home. But the part that's very scary with this message is him saying, when they come after me, people who love freedom rally around me. That's him threatening that if the Justice Department holds him accountable for these possible crimes, the followers who love him so dearly will act poorly. And we saw what acting poorly for the MAGA crew looks like in trying to protect Trump on January 6th. And so I hate the idea that now he's just openly saying, people who love me will rally around me and be very, he didn't use this wording, but the essence, they're going to be upset if you hold me accountable. And he said things like that in the past. And in my mind, that could turn very bad very fast. So there it is, Trump very nervous about all of this and raging on Truth Social. Follow me on Twitter. Let me know what you think of all this. Luke P. Beasley. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before any of the clips are uploaded to YouTube, plus get a full extra show every single Saturday, you can do so by going to patreon.com/Luke Beasley. That's patreon.com/Luke Beasley, and there's a link in the description.